Did you know that Jesus used the exact same words that God used in the burning bush? I am, and they tried to kill him for it? Let's start with the moment that almost got Jesus stoned on the spot. Jesus said to them, "Most assuredly I say to you, before Abraham was, I am." Then they took up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself. And so you see, he uses the phrase I am, and then their immediate reaction was to stone him to death. So you have to ask the question, why? Why did this provoke such a response from these people? It's because of what he said. He said, I am. They knew exactly what he was saying. I am means ego eimi. And so what Jesus was doing was connecting what God said to Moses way back when in Exodus 3:14, where it says, and God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. Then Jesus says in John 13, now I tell you before it comes, that when it does come to pass, you may believe that I am he. And so this is echoing Isaiah. But when he says I am, again, that phrase in Greek is ego eimi. Then in John chapter 8, verse 24, Jesus says, therefore I said to you that you will die in your sins, for if you do not believe that I am he, you will die in your sins. A couple verses down from there, Jesus continues and it says, then Jesus said to them, when you lift up the Son of Man, then you will know that I am he, and that I do nothing of myself, but as my Father taught me, I speak these things. And when Jesus is saying this right here, again, this is ego eimi. This is him not just saying random sentences. This is him using the name of God. John chapter 6, when they're rowing in a boat, they see Jesus walking on the sea, drawing near the boat, and they were afraid. But he said to them, it is I, do not be afraid. Now, when he says, it is I, it's the same phrase. It is ego eimi, which means I am. He's literally saying, I am, do not be afraid. Right when they were about to arrest Jesus in John 18, it says they answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said to him, I am he. And Judas, who betrayed him, also stood with him. Now when he said to them, I am he, they drew back and fell to the ground. Them falling to the ground almost seems connected to the name that he is using. I am, ego eimi. And you can keep going on with this. In the Gospel of John, there are other examples. For example, Jesus says, I am the bread of life. I am the door. I am the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and the life. I am the way, the truth, and the life. And so it keeps on going. And so every time Jesus says, I am, or ego eimi, he is letting us know that he is connecting who he is with who God was back in the Old Testament when God was talking to Moses in the burning bush. And so when God was talking to Moses and he says, hey, tell him that I am sent you, Jesus shows up in the New Testament and he connects himself to that same name. And so that is him saying who he is. Jesus is everything.